We haven't looked at cold cards for a few weeks, so today we're going to try to find some deals out there. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Duskmourn House of Horror, or find a vast number of other great products on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look in the description or comment section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch, where today we're going to be looking at the top 10 coldest Magic cards of the week. Not necessarily cards that are cold play-wise, but cards that are moving down in value for various reasons. As always, our top 10 list is based on two things. We want to see a decrease in the value of the cards, but we also want to see a true decrease in the number of sales from week to week. Quickly before we get into it though, just a quick thing. I do want to say thank you to one of our gold patrons, and that is Coty. Coty, thank you so much for being a gold patron and for all your support you've given the channel. Couldn't do this without viewers like yourself. Coty's been a patron for quite some time, and like I said, I truly do appreciate it. So thank you, Coty, and now without any further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at number 10 is Herald of Leshrac from Cold Snap. It goes down $1 to $5.53. That is a 15% decrease. This card saw a bump when Modern Horizons 3 leaks and previews were occurring, since speculators saw that there were Land Matters cards in the product. In the end, no builds really utilized this card, but there was another recent commander that sometimes will use Herald of Leshrac in its builds. That is Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. Other than that, sometimes it does get occasional play and send triplets builds there. But ultimately, you don't really see this card too often, so it is retracting some. Number 9 is Eldritch Immunity, down $1.08 to $7. It's a 13% decrease. This is from the Modern Horizons 3 Eldrazi Incursion Commander deck, and it is seeing play and builds around a couple cards from its pre-con. Ulalek Fused Atrocity and Azlask the Swelling Scourge. Another popular deck that uses this is Ulodak Voidgorger. And Eldritch Immunity is even appearing in some new commander builds, like the Capitani Triad from MTG Universe's Beyond Assassin's Creed, as well as the infamous Krulklaw and Maha Its Feathers Knight from Bloomburrow. But with lots of copies of Modern Horizons 3 cards in circulation, and with commander players shifting away from Eldrazi strategies, we see Eldritch Immunity retract this week. Number 8 is Fortune Teller's Talent, down $1.40 to $7.50. That's a 16% decrease. This was number 2 on our hot list last week, but this week it lands on the cold list. So each of the Bloomburrow commander decks has an exclusive talent that can only be found in that individual deck. They don't even appear in collector boosters, and this is the exclusive talent card from Family Matters, the commander deck, not the TV show. Speculators and players realized that these cards would be harder to acquire, and prices have jumped. But we've seen this many times before. A card spikes a little too aggressively and sellers then try to take advantage of the higher value, leading to a flood of new copies for sale in the marketplace, and ultimately some retraction. That's what we're seeing here, but with that being said, Fortune Teller's Talent is seeing a lot of play. Not surprisingly, it's in fresh commander builds around Zinnia, Valley's Voice from its pre-con, and you also see Fortune Teller's Talent in other commander decks too, old and new. Some of the more popular ones are on other new cards like Glarb Calamity's Augur from the main set, and Flubs the Fool, which is the Bloomburrow Buy a Box promo commander card. Number 7 is On the Trail, down $1.53 to $7.89 for a 16% decrease. This is from the Murders at Karlaw Manor Deep Clue Sea commander deck, and it spent the last 2 weeks at number 10 on the hot list. Many have been grabbing it to upgrade the Bloomburrow Peace Offering commander deck, while others were using it in fresh builds around a couple cards from there. The front-facing commander, Miss Bumbleflower, as well as Mr. Foxglove. I'm also seeing On the Trail in some commander decks around that Bloomburrow Buy a Box promo commander card, Flubs the Fool. So again, we see an aggressive price spike followed by some retraction as On the Trail tries to find its proper price point. Coming in at number 6 is Rampaging Ferocidon from Ixalan. It goes down $1.61 to $8.99. That's a 15% decrease. This is a popular Pioneer sideboard card used to support aggressive builds. You see it in the sideboards of decks like Gruul Aggro, Is It in Soul Artifact, Mono Red Aggro, Boros Aggro, and Mono Red Burn. You also see it though in some aggressive commander decks. The most popular one that runs this is Oyer Axonil Deepest Might, but you're also seeing this now at times in builds around a new card from Bloomburrow, Gev Scout Scorch. It is worth noting that Rampaging Ferocidon has had some premium reprintings in recent years. We saw it as a special guest in the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and it was also in the Velociraptor Jurassic World Life Breaks Free Secret Lair. Even though those copies had lower print runs than a standard Magic card, they did provide a little extra inventory. Combine that with the fact that the Ixalan version had been climbing some earlier in the year, and this retraction isn't too surprising. Quickly before we get to our top 5, just a fast reminder, this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Duskmourn House of Horror products there, or pick up any number of other things. They have plenty of MTG products like Bloomburrow, and they have other things too that aren't even Magic related. Remember, if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. Also, if you're looking for a direct link to the site, just check out the description or the comment section below. I have links posted in both of those places. Now, without any further ado, let's get into the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is the Indomitable. It goes down $1.95 to $8.75. That's an 18% decrease. This is from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, a Hoy-Mateys Commander deck, and it was number 13 on the hot list 2 weeks ago. Last week it was number 11 there. Now it arrives on the cold list. It was getting a fair amount of Commander play, but recently it started seeing even more thanks to a card from Assassin's Creed. The card I'm referring to was Edward Kenway. But again, we are seeing a lot of extra copies of the Indomitable hitting the marketplace now since it spiked, and the market does move quickly. Many players and speculators are already moving off of builds around cards and strategies from Assassin's Creed, now that Bloomburrow is out and Duskmourn is hot on its heels. Coming in at number 4 is Altair Ibn-La'Ahad. This is down $2.60 to $10.53. That is a 20% decrease. It was number 14 on the hot list last week. Now it's at number 4 on the cold list. This new card from Assassin's Creed has quickly become a popular commander, and it's in the 99 of a very highly played deck around another card from that set, Ezio Auditore da Firenze. But as of now, lots of Assassin's Creed packs have been cracked and copies of Altair are circulating. Plus, like I said a moment ago, the market moves fast and Assassin's Creed strategies already feel like they are disappearing in the rearview mirror. Number 3 is Nesting Dovehawk. This goes down $6.04 to $27.95 for an 18% decrease. This is from the March of the Machine Divine Convocation Commander deck. It was number 6 on the hot list for 2 weeks, then last week it jumped up to number 4 there. Now it lands at number 3 on the cold list. Again, lots of copies of this are showing up due to the recent price increases, but why was it hot to begin with? Well, many wanted it to upgrade Family Matters, the Commander deck, not the TV show, while others wanted to put it in fresh builds around the front-facing Commander from there, Zinnia, Valley's Voice. To a lesser degree, I was also seeing some putting Nesting Dovehawk in Commander decks around a couple cards from the main set, Castro the Wind-Crested, and Balin the Haymaker. Now though, Nesting Dovehawk finally cools off a little bit. Coming in at number 2 is Winding Canyons. It's down $6.76 to $40.24. That's a 14% decrease. Sometimes reserve list cards have a life of their own outside of gameplay, but this one was actually seeing an increase in Commander play. Along with that though, it was seeing an increase in price. In fact, last week this was number 2 on the hot list. But anyway, we did see some players putting it in builds around Huragast Erupting Nullkite from Modern Horizons 3. Then it started getting even more play thanks to Bloomburrow. It was a good upgrade to the Peace Offering Commander deck. It was put in fresh builds around Miss Bumbleflower from there too. And the increased play led to an increase in speculation, causing lower inventory in the marketplace. Now some of Winding Canyon's inventory is returning as sellers try to take advantage of the recent spike. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Minamo School at Water's Edge from Champions of Kamigawa. This goes down $11.67 to $76.75. That's a 13% decrease. Our number 1 card this week was number 3 on the hot list last week. Again, another example of the market responding to a spike. So why was it jumping? It's in a bunch of modern decks. The very popular Jeskai Control runs it, which is the main reason the card was moving up. But it's in other ones too there, like Merfolk, Dimir Midrange, Mono Blue Tron, Grixis Midrange, Azorius Control, and sometimes 4-color Control. Minamo also sees a good amount of Commander play in various builds. The highest played one right now is around Nadu Winged Wisdom from Modern Horizons 3, but there are a couple even newer decks running it too. Helga Skittish Seer, and Aluge the Shoreless Sea from Bloomburrow. Still though, we see this copy of Minamo retract some this week. And just like that, that's going to do it for this episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. Now, if you want to know which cards are going up in value, check out the video we put out yesterday. We looked at the top 15 hottest cards of the week, and there are some interesting ones on there. Until next time, though, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.